and welcome to Wrestle Talk with Rabbit Beaver. I'm your host, the elusive Rabbit Beaver, and joining me today in the hot seat right across from me is Princess Lady K, the evil Spock Bunny herself, and we're going to be talking about a little bit of New World Wrestling and some news from WrestlingIncorporated.com. Come join us today, guys. We're going to be having some fun. So we got to see the debut show this weekend of New World Wrestling in Briceville, Tennessee, Spock Bunny. How do you feel about how it turned out, everything that happened there? Is there some things you would change, some things that you really liked?
I think the show overall was really good. So.
Really, really good show. I mean, it started out with Red Riggins. He was the opening match for the night. And
Monkey.
the Grease Monkey himself, Red Riggins. Unfortunately, Red did not pick up a victory in his match, as there was lots of things that happened during the match, but we got to see some pretty good wrestling overall. We got to see Evan Golden, the Golden Child, come on out, and he had a great match with RT3, but he kept saying RT3 was not going to get that spear on him, but I think he was wrong. Wouldn't you say so?
I think there was.
You think there was a spear?
Not one, but maybe two.
Maybe two or three, to be honest with you. There was a few that happened in that match. What a great match overall. I also want to give some highlights and some shout outs to some other matches that took place. We got to see Axton Ray and Brandon Hartsook win the New World Wrestling Tag Team Championships while we were there, and they didn't seem to be clicking on the same page the entire match. It seemed like they were just out of sync altogether, wouldn't you say?
Bobby Kane wanted them.
Bobby became one of them. Yeah, I think Bobby became one of them too. Bobby Kane in that match as well. And I don't know what was going on, but they were not on the same page. And Axton was definitely treating Brandon Hartsook like he was not even on his level and shouldn't even be in the ring with him. But I mean, to Axton's credit, he's got 3 other titles he's defending currently in the world of wrestling right now. Innovate Championship Wrestling, also at Piledriver Pro Wrestling, now at New World Wrestling, and some other promotions. He's Imperial. He's got a lot of titles to defend, and he's got a lot on his mind. So I think that was the last thing that he needed, was another championship to be worried about, especially with a partner that he doesn't really, you can tell he doesn't really trust his brother, Brandon Hartsook, all the way, wouldn't you say?
I just know I have a poster that needs a signature.
Oh.
Because he did not sign it, even though he was there.
Oh, Axton. Oh, no. All right. Well, we also got to see a brand new World Heavyweight Champion crowned in Johnny Poke. No joke. Johnny Poke defeated the Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs, to become the New World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion while we were there. And that was a phenomenal match as well. And we're just skipping over a lot of the matches that took place, but you got to remember there was a lot of things that happened during that night. We got to see a 5-way match that took place between Brutus, Devon Belcher, Casey Kazana, and several other competitors that were inside there. Blade Gibson to be one of them, and several other competitors that were inside that match as well. And we got to see Devon Belcher come out on top after pretty much being annihilated by Casey Kazana the entire night.
Poor Casey.
Well, Casey went on his own dime. I said it before, I'll say it again. I think he kind of bullied his way onto this show, especially being in his territory. The Kazanas, they don't take lightly to anybody else promoting in their territory, and they want to be a part of the action at all costs when it comes down to it. I think that Casey went on his own dime just to prove a point that he should have been a part of that show. And my God, he did a good job being a part of that show and making his name inside that show as well. So there was a couple things that were bad, a couple things that were good. We're going to get over all of them. Some of the bad things were we had a lot of cancellations, and so we had to make time and make do with new people inside those matches. Impromptu matches kind of took place that weren't supposed to be going on. That happens in the world of wrestling. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that does happen in the world of wrestling. And so when it does happen, it kind of throws your whole night off for the competitors that were supposed to be inside those matches and supposed to be there taking care of those matches. And it also caused the matches to go a little bit longer than what you would normally have inside of the ring. So normally you do 10 to 15 minute matches and have it go through, have 1 30-minute match, maybe 1 hour match if you can muster it up to let it go through that long. But my God, I think that it caused a couple of the matches to go a little bit longer than what they were supposed to. But however, on the flip side of that, you got a brand new fan base. You got brand new people inside the crowd that got to see your product for the very first time. And from my understanding, you had a show at the elementary school during the day, and you got brand new kids that have never known anything about wrestling whatsoever that got involved and become fans for life just off of one little show that you put on, and then you went back that night and put on another show for them. So 2 shows overall, and you got fans for life out of it.
They were ecstatic.
Oh, they were greatly
especially
ecstatic.
when Wacko.
Crazo?
Well, he was wacko.
He was.
But when he was out there, they were just going nuts about him.
They love Crazo. Crazo has a very cult-like following all over the United States. Those of you that don't know, Crazo is one of the champions at Net Pro Studios LLC in Kingsport, Tennessee, the beautiful Bobby Eaton Arena. And he's got some fans that run that entire circuit. And then he just gains new fans everywhere he goes. He paints his face. He changes who he is and how he acts inside the ring. And he's just a great person overall to go out and see whenever you get a chance. You guys need to know that. So if you get a chance, you'll definitely have the opportunity to do that in the future. And I know that they're scheduling their next show is going to be in February, I do believe. I will get all the information for you guys within the next few days. We're going to be cutting it out. We'll be helping them out. We're doing some promos for them and helping them. So we'll be getting all the information out, and we'll let you know exactly where their next show is going to be and when you can expect to see them back and when you can expect Johnny Poke to defend that World Heavyweight Championship.
And don't forget the 3-way of the ladies that were showed up too.
That's right. Serena Vale took on, if I'm not mistaken, it was Valeska, and the third competitor, I just shot a blank, baby.
I call her Macho Woman.
That was Judy. That was BBJ, the notorious BBJ. Judy Lee was the third competitor. I just shot a blank. My mind just went completely blank on that. I'm sorry about that, Judy.
Really good.
They did an excellent job inside that ring, especially to hold a women's match in that area. It's hard to keep the attention of the crowd, and that crowd is not really one for the women. But when they got inside the ring, they really captivated the crowd on a new level and was able to hold them up and able to run the gauntlet with that crowd and get the crowd involved. And I believe if it wasn't for Valeska, when Andrew Thomas came out later in the night, he wouldn't have had any of the heat that he got from that match. So I think that was one of the best things that happened during the night. And Andrew Thomas, I mean, we got to speak. I'm going to give you your flowers, buddy. I'm going to let you know the Kingdom of Perfection was on point that night, especially with the crowd. You got a bunch of little girls angry at you over nothing. Is that correct?
Oh, they were bad. They got up in his face so bad.
They were on a different level there. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the good and the bad. I think going into the future, their next few shows. Now, for what happened with the people canceling on them and having to stretch out the show and making it a little bit longer than what was expected, I think that did kind of hurt them a little bit in a way, but it did help them in a way as well. It hurt them in the fact that you've got a family-friendly show and you really need to have people in and out within like a 2 to 2.5 hour period. You kind of stretch it out to about 3 hours. You had their attention span kind of cut off at that point, and then you had a lot of people leave right after intermission. And so it just kind of hurt you in that aspect because you needed to have a quick show. However, on the flip side of it, the people that stuck around got to see everybody that was involved. And I missed his name. His name was Brutus. I missed his name. He was the other one in the 5-way competitor. So I'm sorry about that, Mr. Miracle, Mr. Brutus. But you had a lot of people that stuck around for you. A lot of people that were fanatics. Calvin Maddox was out there. Brittany Diamond was there. You had, of course, the Shotgun Stevie B. He was running the promotion. He was helping get that promotion off the ground. Danny Jones, Dangerous Dan Matthews was out there in the crowd. I mean, you had a lot of people that were there from other wrestling organizations that were wanting you to succeed and wanting you to be a good show and wanting you to put on a good show. And hell, you really did a good job. I mean, overall, other than the time, I think everything else kind of fell smoothly for you other than your cancellations. So
yeah, to me, it fit perfectly.
It fit really good. It really felt like it was put together well, and that everything that you did had a purpose behind it, and you could really see the storyline start to develop and evolve. Now, like I said, there was a couple matches that took a little bit longer than normal, but if I can get over that, then we can have everything. Chris Hendricks did a really good job inside the ring. I mean, you gotta see, you had a lot of people that normally wouldn't be there that were there that got a chance and got an opportunity inside that ring that made a difference for the community. So I think overall it was a great show.
I think so too.
Do you have any other feedback for them?
Just keep going.
Yeah, and she wants her autograph, Axton.
Yes, I do.
She's gonna go somewhere and find you and make you sign that poster.
Everybody else did. I didn't think he was going to be there. And then when he showed up, I was like, wait, he just did not sign the poster, and he was here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, and here's the thing is we'll see him later on down the road. We'll be able to get his signature later on down the road. It's not going to be a big thing. We're just giving you crap, Axton. We love you, buddy. We love you here at Wrestle Talk with our Rabbit Beaver. And in December, we're going to be doing the Wrestler of the Year awards for Wrestle Talk with the Rabbit Beaver. We will be doing that on our second show in December. We'll be talking about who we think deserves to be the Wrestler of the Year from all the promotions that we've been to. And we'll be going over that. And I think that your name has popped up at least once.
Several times.
Several times, she says. You heard that? So we'll be talking about it. We'll be finding out what's going to be happening. All right, moving on into the world of wrestling. According to WrestlingInc.com, the viewership for Raw ratings is in from 11/17/25 and moving forward to today. The 3-hour appearance was the final appearance of Raw for John Cena, and we've been following this very closely. You know, there's very few people in the industry who've had the impact that John Cena's had. Hulk Hogan is one of them. The Macho Man Randy Savage is another. But on the stratosphere level of superstars that we can point to and say they changed the business, they changed the way. The Rock's another one. Stone Cold Steve Austin's another one. CM Punk maybe another one. But there's nobody who's done it better in the past 20 years than John Cena. And I think that we're seeing an increase in viewership. We also saw an increase in Netflix subscriptions just for Raw, just to see what's going to be happening with John Cena. And a lot of people wanted to see his last time. A lot of people wanted to be there in person, but weren't able to be there in person. So this actually changed the game for them to get those extra subscriptions, just those people that were just wanting to see his last Raw of the year. And moving forward, I mean, I don't know where they're going to be taking it to, but they had a 0.3 increase from Netflix. And I believe that they are also on the way because the data said it was like 3.1 million new viewers globally. So that's a really good thing. That's up from 2.8% the previous week. So they really had a big viewership, a big draw for John Cena, which made a big night for them specifically. So we're really happy for that. We're really happy to see what's going to be happening. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think they're going to let John Cena go out on a high note. I think they're going to give him the World Heavyweight Championship match one more time. He's going to capture it. He's going to turn it in. He's going to relinquish it the following night or wherever he's at. He's going to relinquish that title, and he's going to walk away into the sunset with the most titles in WWE history. Now, not the most titles in history whatsoever. I think Ric Flair holds that titles if you count all the unsanctioned titles that he's won. But the most titles in WWE history will be going to John Cena at that point. And I mean, it just seems like that's where they're wanting to go, Spock Buddy. I mean, do you have an opinion?
Nope.
No opinion whatsoever?
No opinion.
Well, I think that's what's going to be happening there. I also think that Claudio, those of you who may know him from WWE, Claudio Castagnoli, he aligned in AEW with Allies, the CLLM, for upcoming world title match there. I don't really think that's a good deal for him in the future, but however, storyline that's running with AEW that's going on right now. So we'll see what's going to be happening. You can catch all of it according to WrestlingInc.com, and you can scroll down, and it'll be on my page. It's the left-hand side. Let me show it to you. It should pop up for you right here. It should be on the left-hand side for you, but you can catch up on all the news and gossip right there off WrestlingInc.com. All you have to do is just go down there, click, subscribe, like, follow everything that's going on, and you can see everything that's going to be happening in the future right there. So I also believe we kind of say that Bully, we were listening to the Busted Open podcast a little bit yesterday, and about 10 hours ago, Nishat and J-Ram posted for Bully Ray. He believes that He believes that Samoa Joe outperformed Hangman Adam Page at AEW Full Gear 2025, which you can catch on repeat on the HBO Max app. You can go back through and watch that. He made a remarkable point. He said Hangman Adam Page, after watching his face off against Samoa Joe, loses title Samoa Joe at Full Gear, and I think it was the right move for them to put the title back on Samoa Joe. I think that he has something to give to the younger generation, to all the fans that are out there watching currently. I don't think that Adam Page was ready to give up the title. However, I think it's the right move in the right directions currently for AEW. Do you have an opinion?
It might happen.
It just did.
No.
All right. So Bully Ray said, quote, "We're always talking about Hangman, the Hangman experiment. Is Hangman the guy? When you talk about Hangman, Adam Page, and Samoa Joe in the same sentence, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, is there even a choice in your mind who the guy is? It's like almost, it's so right there in front of you, in your face. I remember seeing Joe in the ring with Hangman when the match started, and Joe had Hangman in the corner, and just the way Joe was punching and chopping him in his aggressive manner, and the way that he engulfed Adam Page, I'm like, there's two different dudes in there. There's two different dudes inside that ring. One man, one looks like a boy, and one looks like a man. One looks like a wrestler. One looks like he's playing wrestler. And that's the feeling that he got. And that's a direct quote from Bully Ray off of his page, off of the Busted Open podcast that he's done. And I couldn't agree more. I think that he was absolutely right by calling him out and talking about it and saying directly. And I do think the right move was made for AEW overall with Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe had something to prove. He's been put on the back list, the back burner for so long, that this was the opportunity to get him back into the limelight where he needed to be, and he could show the world who he was, and that Joe is gonna kill you.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, guys, we're about 20 minutes in, and it's about that time for you all to know. We have here at Wrestle Talk, we would love to have you guys join us and be a part of our Buzzsprout, a Power Slam members club for as little as $3 a month. You can scan that QR code. It'll take you directly to our page for as little as $3 a month. You help us keep the lights and water on, and also keep the great content like this video and or radio show that you're listening to currently coming to you. Go ahead and scan that QR code right now. Take you directly to our page. Don't forget to give today. Help us keep the lights and water on. Help us bring you brand new content each and every time that we're here. Also, on our Streamlabs page, we have our merchandise for Wrestle Talk with Rad Beaver. We have our polos, we have our hoodies, we have all of our good stuff that is available to you guys right there. Go ahead and scan that QR code, get you some Wrestle Talk with Rabid Beaver merch, get you some Rabid Beaver merch for the gaming. You can be a part of our dirty little Night Owls Club with my little Night Owl that's right there, as you see right there. And we'd love to have you go for it. We'd love to have you become a member and be with us all the time. Thank you, guys. All right. So, baby, in further review for New World Wrestling, let's talk about it. What is your major takeaway of the night?
I like Evan's match a lot.
Evan and RT3, you think that was the match of the night?
Well, there's several, but I think his would be the first one.
I think that was one of the most memorable matches that stuck out in my mind, the way that he had it. I think Andrew Thomas's match was the second one that really sticks out in my mind, just for how the crowd reacted to him and how over he got and how much heat he had from little children. It made a difference. So I think that those two matches are tied for second in my mind, but I think the world title match with Joe Briggs and Johnny Poke was the official match of the night that really took over. In a third place, I would give it to BBJ. I'd give it to the girls. The girls match was awesome. Serena Bell, BBJ, and Valeska really did have a great match.
At the very end, she's like, "Who checked my blood?"
Yeah. Oh gosh.
That's what gave her powers, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. We'll go with that. Her and the Coven, right? Oh gosh. But overall, I think we had a good time. I think that you all had a good time as well. And Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us wherever you guys are seeing us at, whether you're at twitch.tv/a rabid beaver. If you follow us on the YouTube, you got us at Nerdy Gaming with a Rabid Beaver 132, which is popping up right below me currently. On Rumble at a Rabid Beaver, you can follow us there. Trovo is kind of on and off. Sometimes they're with us, but we're at Trovo at a Rabid Beaver as well. You can follow us directly right here on Facebook at Joseph DH is how you get a hold of us. So don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, and you can hit us on the Instagram at JosephHughes601 is how you find us on the Instagram. It's also tied to our Facebook page. So anything we post from Facebook or from Instagram tags over to Facebook or tags over to Instagram. So you can follow us on either one there as well. We'd love to have you do that for us. And like I said, we were talking about Power Slam members. This is how you get a hold of us through Power Slam. Wrestle Talk with a Rabid Beaver.buzzsprout.com is where you want to go, and definitely hit that fun stuff and subscribe to us and help us out along the way. We got you covered as well with our merch. We were talking about it earlier. You can hit us up at www.streamlabs.com/a-rabid-beaver/merch. And I think that's all we got for tonight, darling.
Go eat some turkey.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you that are out there. We want to wish you all a happy birthday, happy Thanksgiving. And we want you to have the time of your life. And remember that this is the time to be with your family. Those of us that have lost family members this year, our sympathies go out to you, because we've lost family members this year that were really close to us that we loved as well. And I know it'll be a little bit different without them at the table this year, but know that they would want you to be celebrating and be out there with them as well. So have a happy Thanksgiving, guys. And until the next time we meet, we love you guys. And you heard it right here first on Wrestle Talk with a Rabid Beaver. Say bye, Spot Buddy.
Bye.